Okay, so the last objective is on these two inequalities. And the reason why I did the exit ticket first is to show you the difference between the two different types of quadratics you'll see on the test. So this says the 1/4 in the front for the A value. You will not see that on the test, but it is possible it could show up on a retake. So looking at this first one, when I graph this, I still start at the vertex, which you should know how to do at this point, 1, -6, because we change the sign and keep the sign. The part that's new is that A value of 1/4. So we're going to go down to -6. Well, actually, it's not new. We did see an example of it, but more challenging. So instead of doing the 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 method, we are actually multiplying that by the 1/4. So over the 1/4. And actually, I think I need to go even further. So I'm going to do 11, 13, 15, just to make sure we get all of the points that we can. And the reason why this is considered a challenge level is because now we're going up by 0.25, up by 0.75, up by 1.25, up by 1.75, and on. So making sure I get this right, I think we're going up by half. So 2.25, 2.75, 3.25, 3.75, on and on. So let's see if we get that. So up by 0.25 and over 1 lands me right here. Up by 0.75 gets me to the whole point right there. And then up by 1.25 is right there. 1.75 is back on the point. Up by 2.25. And then 2.75. 3.25. And I think 3.75 lands me right at the end there. So now we can reflect that over. So it makes your graph a little bit wider. And there's tricks to calculate it where you don't have to go through all the decimal solutions as well. But for our purposes, we are just working through that. And I would never give you a fraction on a retake. It would only ever be like a 2 or a 3 or a -2 or a -3 or something in the front for quadratics for the retakes. All right. But since it's strictly less than, that means it's going to be dotted. Oof. Doing our best as we can. It doesn't always work out the best. Sometimes you have to take your time with it. For me, one side is always easier than the other. And since it's less than, it's going to be shaded below. So boom, 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 boom. Okay. For the absolute value, switching over to a different color. Let's do red. We've got the HK, changing the sign, keeping the sign, 3, 8, 3, and then 2, 4, 6, 8. And it's a -2. So this was what I wanted to show you for the test, because you'll see something like this for sure. So instead of down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1, we're going down 2, right 1, down 2, right 1. So it makes our graph a little bit more narrow. So you might have a fraction or something, but you just treat it as the rise over run, but remember to reflect it over to the other side so you get that V formation. Connect, connect, connect. And since it's equal to, we do a solid line going through all the points. And since it's greater than, it means it's shaded above. And like I said, we've got those two solutions again, but it could be anywhere. So I'll shade up what I mean by could be anywhere. So let's see. We've got, these are the two solution regions. So this one over here on the left, and then this one on the right. But on the test, you could get the shaded region up here as a solution. You could get this shaded region inside as a solution. You could get this as a solution. So look out for where the shaded regions are. It's not always the left and right sections.